Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. In this video, we bring to you 7 recipes using millets. Millets are specially beneficial for diabetics and also those on a weight loss journey because of its high fiber content, the low glycemic index which does not cause spikes in your sugars, and also it keeps you full for a longer time. Enjoy your millets as Idli, Dosa, Uthappam, Pongal, Kanji, Upma or even Pulao. For making this millet and moong Pesarattu dosa, today we are using Barnyard millet. So I have taken 1 cup of this Barnyard millet and half a cup of whole grain moong. Add a teaspoon of methi. We will wash both together very well. We have washed it 2-3 times. Now add water and allow it to soak for 8 hours. After 8 hours, carefully drain out the water. Now add the soaked ingredients to your blender jar. Add 2 green chilies and a small piece of ginger peeled and chopped. We will grind this into a paste. Grind it to a thick batter. Don't add too much water to it at this stage. Add very little water just to remove all the batter, about 1/4 cup of water. Add salt and mix it all very well and keep it aside to ferment overnight. We had left the batter to ferment overnight. See, it has fermented so well. Can you see that? Now give it a good mix and just add the required quantity of water to make it to dosa batter consistency. Heat a tawa, add a drop of oil and smear it all around. Check if the tawa is hot. Now take a ladle of batter, pour it on the hot tawa and spread it around as you would do with a regular Pesarattu dosa or any other dosa too. Now just pour a little bit of til oil all around it. Those who like can use ghee also. When it is done on the other side, this is optional, you can sprinkle some finely chopped onion on it. Now carefully fold the dosa. Our perfectly done Barnyard millet Pesarattu dosa is ready. Make one allam pachadi to go with the dosa. This is a ginger based chutney. So 1/4 cup of fresh ginger peeled and chopped. Add 2 dry red chilies to it. Let the ginger get fried very well in the oil. Then add a small lemon sized piece of tamarind to it. I also like to add a few curry leaves. Now we will switch it off. When cool, we will grind it. Grinding, add a tablespoon of jaggery and also the required quantity of salt to it, and we will grind it into a pachadi. See, our ginger chutney or allam pachadi is now ground and ready. A lovely sweet, sour, spicy ginger chutney or allam pachadi as it is known. Now we will make Kodo millet idli. Here I am taking 1 cup of this Kodo millet. Always use unpolished millets. The color may be a little dull, but that is healthy millet. To this I am adding equal quantity 1 cup of idli rice. We can use 2 cups of Kodo millet also, but I feel adding this 1 cup of idli rice to it, gives a better texture to the idli. You get soft idlis. This is half cup of urad dal or whole urad but without the peel. 1 teaspoon of methi seeds. We'll wash all these ingredients and bring it back. When you wash it 2 or 3 times and then strain out so that you don't lose any of the millets when rinsing. Now soak all the ingredients together for about 6 hours. See, the millet, rice and dal have all soaked well now. We'll drain out the water. We'll grind all this together now. See, the batter has been ground well. Now we can remove it. Now add some salt and mix the batter very well from top to bottom like this so that it gets fermented well and you get lovely soft fluffy idlis. Now we leave it aside, cover it, leave it aside overnight or minimum 8 to 10 hours to ferment. Let's have a look at the batter now. See, it has fermented so well. Give it a light mix. Grease an idli mold and I already have water boiling in my idli maker. Now pour this batter into each mold. We'll keep it for steaming. Side by side we'll make a sambar to go with the idli. Here I have about 2 tablespoons of moong dal and 2 tablespoons of tuvar dal. We'll wash it. Now take the dals, washed dals in the base of your pressure cooker. Add 2 cups of water to it. 1 green chilli. 1 large onion chopped. I have also included a handful of these Madras onions or sambar onions to it. 1 tomato chopped finely and 3 to 4 brinjals washed and chopped. Turmeric powder, salt to taste and homemade sambar powder. A few hing crystals. Allow it all to come to a boil. Add a few fresh curry leaves to it. Add a spoon of oil. See, it is starting to boil now. So we'll cover it and cook it for 2 whistles and switch it off. Let's check our idlis. See, they are cooked well. Lovely, soft, fluffy idlis. They are cooked for about 12 minutes steaming. I'll switch it off. You can switch off the cooker also. Let the pressure release naturally. Let's open the cooker and have a look. See, the dal, vegetable, everything has cooked very well. We'll just take a whisk and mash everything together. Here I have an amla size piece of tamarind which I had soaked and extracted the juice. We'll add that also. Adding just a little bit more water to adjust the consistency and bring everything to a boil once again. See, our sambar is boiling well now. We have to just do the tempering. So, just heat a spoon of oil. Add some mustard seeds, a few methi seeds and 1 dry red chilli. Pour it on top of the sambar. Just adding a few coriander leaves. Now we are ready to serve out our steaming hot millet idlis and tiffin sambar. See how soft and spongy the idlis are. Now just pour out your tasty sambar and enjoy this steaming hot idli and sambar, full of health benefits. Kodo millet specially has got additionally good quantity of calcium and phosphorus, so it's very good for your bones too. Here I have taken 1 cup of foxtail millet, also known as Thinai in Tamil. We will wash it 2 or 3 times and bring it back. Add water and soak it for 6 to 8 hours. The millet has soaked well now. We will drain out the water. Here I have a small piece of ginger peeled and chopped, a few cloves of garlic. This is optional, if you want you can add or omit if you don't eat garlic, and some green chilies. 2 green chilies I have taken. Now I will just crush them all roughly together. Now just heat a tablespoon of ghee in a pan. Add some jeera or cumin seeds, a few cloves, 1 large cardamom, a small piece of cinnamon. Next we will add in our crushed ginger, garlic and green chili to this. Lightly fry everything in the ghee. I am also adding a spoon of oil to it. Now add 1 sliced onion, a few beans I have chopped here, and also 1 carrot peeled and chopped. Here I have about 2 tablespoons of green peas. You can use fresh or frozen, whichever you have. Now saute all these together. Now add the required quantity of salt to it. Stir fry it for 2 to 3 minutes till the onions become a bit translucent. Now I have taken 1 cup of this millet. So because it's a pulao, I am adding 2 cups of water and bring it to a boil. I have some pudina or mint leaves which I have dried and powdered. You can even, if you don't have this, you can just add some fresh pudina leaves to it. See, very often what happens when we buy pudina leaves and store it in the fridge, even if we take good care, it doesn't stay for a long time. So this way you dry it and powder it, you will get an awesome flavor and you can use it for a long time to add it to all your dishes wherever you want to add pudina. It gives a fantastic flavor. Also adding a few fresh coriander leaves now. Later we will add some finally for garnishing. See, the water has started to boil now. When the water starts boiling well, add in this or soaked and drained millet to it. Mix it well. Reduce the flame, cover it and cook till done. See, it is 15 minutes now. Our millet pulao is really well done and all the vegetables are also well cooked and it will remain fluffy like this. Finally add about 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala to it and give it a good mix and top it up with some fresh coriander leaves. Only thing, remember to keep a heavy pan. Switch it off and just allow to rest for 1 or 2 minutes. So we have our absolutely aromatic, steaming hot, healthy millet pulao. I have just added 1 or 2 cashew nuts for garnishing. If you want to add, it's not essential. And we have served it along with some onion raita, that is finely chopped onions in some curd or dahi with a little bit of salt and a pinch of chili powder on top. To make Foxtail Millet Uthappam, I have taken here 1 cup of Foxtail millet. We will add in 1/4 cup of urad dal and 1 teaspoon of methi seeds to it. Wash it very well, rinse it 2 or 3 times, add sufficient water and allow it to soak for 8 hours. See, it is 8 hours. The millet and dal, everything has soaked well now. Drain out the water. Transfer it to your blender jar and we'll grind it into a slightly thick batter. Can you see the batter? Now just transfer it into a bowl. Now just add a little water to remove all the batter and mix it well. Add some salt. Give it a good mix. Cover it and allow it to ferment overnight. See, we had left the batter for fermenting. It has fermented very well now. We'll give it a good mix. If required, you can add a little bit of water to it, but don't make it too dilute. Heat your tawa, add a drop of oil and spread it all around. Now take a ladle of batter, pour it in the center and spread it out slightly. Don't make it thin, keep it slightly thick. Here I have finely chopped some onions, tomato, grated carrot, green chilli and coriander leaves. We can add this as a topping, so I like to add all. So I am adding some onions, tomatoes, coriander leaves, green chilli and some carrot too. Add a few drops of oil all around it. When the underside is cooked well, you can gently flip it over. Just add a few drops this side too, and when done we can take it out. Similarly, you can make more uthappams with the remaining batter too. See, with the addition of methi, the fermentation takes place very well, and that's how you get these kind of bubbles on top. It makes your uthappam nice and soft too. See, perfectly done uthappam. Can remove it now. We are ready to serve out our delicious millet uthappams along with some chutney at the side. Next, we will make a very healthy kanji, also known as porridge, using this barnyard millet. So as usual, I have taken 1 cup of barnyard millet. We will wash it very well, rinse it 2 or 3 times and bring it back. The millet has been washed. Now add sufficient water to it. And allow it to soak for a minimum of 6 hours. The millet has soaked overnight. We will just drain out the water. Take some ghee in a pan. Add a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Here I have some chopped garlic, chopped ginger and a few curry leaves. We will add it also to the ghee and fry it well. Add a little bit of hing and also some coarsely crushed black pepper, about 1 teaspoon. You get a wonderful aroma now. pepper, ginger, garlic, everything well roasted in the ghee. Now I have taken here water. And bring it to a boil. The water is boiling well now. Just add the required quantity of salt. Next, add in this soaked millet to it. Mix it well and allow it to cook over a low to medium flame. See, the kanji has cooked very well. We have soaked the millet, but still we have been able to add 6 cups of water for 1 cup of millet. Now when it has cooked well and reached the desired consistency, just add a few fresh coriander leaves on top and you can switch it off. So a lovely healthy breakfast ready in under 10 minutes. So our healthy Barnyard millet or Kuthiravali Kanji, perfect way to start your day and full of good nutrition with the addition of ginger, garlic, black pepper. Especially in this winter, it's very welcome. For those who don't want to use garlic, you can omit it and proceed with the rest of the recipe. Next, we'll make a very tasty ven pongal using this Kodo millet, also known as Varagu. I have taken 1 cup of Kodo millet. So as usual, first we will wash it well and bring it back. Now add water and allow it to soak overnight. For making the pongal, I have taken half cup of moong dal. First we will just dry roast it. Just for a few minutes till you get a good aroma. Now we can wash this dal. For making this, I am taking 8 cups of water. We have taken 1 cup of millet and half a cup of dal. We will bring this to a boil. Our millet has soaked very well. Now we will just drain out the water. Always use a sieve so that you don't lose any of the grains. When the water starts coming to a boil, add this dal. Also add this soaked millet to it. Now remove any foam which you see like this. Now reduce the flame, cover it and cook till both the dal and the millet is well cooked and soft. See, it has been cooking for about 20-25 minutes now. I have been cooking it on a low flame only. From time to time you can just open it and check it. Both have cooked very well to a soft consistency. Add 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida and the required quantity of salt to it. Now give it a good mix and switch it off. Now I am leaving it. Now when it seems slightly flowing, doesn't matter because on cooling it will again absorb more water. So we will switch it off now. Now heat a tablespoon of ghee. Add a teaspoon of whole black pepper, a teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds. This as a little bit of ginger I have peeled and chopped, and also some cashew nuts we will add to it. Wait till the cashews are becoming golden brown, then add a few curry leaves to it on top and pour it over your pongal. So our perfectly done, absolutely delicious and healthy Kodo millet pongal is ready. We are now ready to serve out our steaming hot pongal. with the goodness of black pepper, ginger, and of course the millets which we have used. And along with it, I am just serving a little bit of coconut chutney, coconut, roasted gram, and green chilies. Now we will make Barnyard millet upma. I have about 3/4 cup of this Barnyard millet. We will wash it 2 or 3 times and bring it back for soaking. We have washed the millet 2 or 3 times very well. Now add sufficient water to it and leave it to soak for 8 to 10 hours. Millet has soaked well overnight. Now drain out the water. Now to make the upma, heat a tablespoon of oil in a pan. Add some mustard seeds, little bit of chana dal, some jeera. Here I have chopped onions, green chili, ginger, curry leaves, a piece of carrot and some green peas. Now stir fry all the vegetables together. Add salt as required. Also add a pinch of turmeric powder to this. And when the onions become a little bit translucent, now we will add the required quantity of water to it. So here I have taken 2 cups of water. And we will wait for it to come to a boil. The water has started boiling now. We will add in our soaked millet to it. Mix it well together. Cover it and cook it for about 7 to 8 minutes. Adding a little bit of fresh grated coconut on top. This is optional. I am just adding a little bit of about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to it. Mix it all well and just keep it covered for 2 minutes. Then your upma is perfectly done. Our delicious Barnyard millet upma with lot of vegetables also is ready, and I am just serving it along with some tomato tokku. I have recently given the recipe of this tomato pickle also on our channel. It is a good idea to include the 5 positive millets in your diet, which are Barnyard, Foxtail, Kodo, Little Millet and Brown Top Millet. In this video, I have used 3 millets which I had with me, that is Kodo millet, Barnyard millet and Foxtail millet. You can interchange any of the millets for the other. For example, if I have shown a Barnyard millet upma, if you have a Kodo millet or Foxtail millet, you can use that millet also and proceed with the same recipe. It will work just as well. That is the advantage of using these millets. So try to rotate different millets in a week, and also introduce them slowly into your diet if you are a beginner, and then you will see the wonderful health benefits. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen, and we'll meet again with another interesting video from Geeta's Kitchen. Thank you.